Hey guys, I got an email a week ago, or maybe 2 weeks ago. Somebody sent me a link to this video on Alexander Arguelles' YouTube channel, and the so the professor works. I think he works in Dubai or Abu Dhabi, somewhere in Emirates, and he did this interview with these two women co-workers. I think they are in modern standard Arabic. And so one of the women is from Algeria, and the other woman is from Syria. And they're talking about this thing called the white language. It's like a term that they use for basically code switching between spoken dialect and modern standard Arabic in order to be understood between two vastly different spoken people from two vastly different places in the Arabic speaking world. So I'll just show you. I'll play this.
هذا رأيك وفي هذا السبب قد طلبت أن تلمذاني. ها هي فاتحة من الجزائر وهي
She's from Algeria
من سوريا.
and she's from Syria.
أن أتكلم عن هذا الموضوع. ما رأيكما في هذا الموضوع؟ هل يمكن أن يصرف هذا الموقف؟
رأيي في الموضوع بالنسبة للغة العربية الفصحى هي لغة يفهمها الصغير والكبير من المغرب إلى المشرق من المغرب العربي إلى المشرق إلى الخليج كنا نفهم ونتكلم اللغة العربية من الجميع.
Just jump forward a little bit.
أوافقها رأي تماما. في يومنا هذا.
So what's really interesting, first of all, is that these two women are changing their speech for him. So he speaks amazing modern standard Arabic. Like, he's obviously, his comprehension level and grasp of vocabulary in modern standard Arabic is really, really good. But what these women are doing is they're speaking kind of basically white language. I mean, they're altering their spoken dialect in order for him to to understand them. It's not quite modern standard Arabic, but it's a standardized dialect. It's kind of standardized. It's kind of somewhere in the middle, if that makes sense. And you can really hear it. I mean,
قل استخدام اللغة العربية الفصحى ولكن الجميع يفهمها. لا يمكن أن تتكلم العربية الفصحى من دون أن يفهمك أحد. هذا خاطئ. يوجد اللغة البيضاء اليوم.
اللغة البيضاء. So, yeah, so really interesting that what this guy sent me an email saying, basically asking me, oh, I saw this video on YouTube and they're talking about this thing called a white language, and it's like some kind of bridge between dialects, and this guy basically said to me, wouldn't it be easier just to learn the white language instead of a MSA or a spoken dialect? And as I saw somewhere further on in the like, Alexander Arguelles actually makes the same mistake, the same misunderstanding of he says, well, you know, why don't we just learn this? Why don't we just learn white language? Like, and it's this kind of she actually says here, look,
ممكن بعد تعود رح تنطق تتكلم نفس مع الناس اللي أنت ساكن معهم. على فكرة أنا الآن أتكلم لغة بيضاء.
So she says, like, you know what, I'm actually speaking the white language right now. Like, I'm doing that with you right now, because he thinks it's some kind of totally separate thing. Like, and he's kind of asking them, well, why don't we just do that? Why aren't there books for white language and so on? And I kind of just wanted to, you know, I said to this guy, like, it's not, we do the same thing in English. Like, I'm an Australian migrant living in the US right now, and there are a lot of Aussie expressions, slang expressions, localized words that people here don't fully get, you know, and I've had to do this. I've had to use a white language in my English with Americans here in the States. And I've had to really kind of not necessarily dumb down my language, but just kind of use something that is universally understood between us for certain words and expressions. And you do this all the time, like we do all the time in English, and wherever you have, I don't know enough about French and Spanish to be able to say, but I'm sure that it would be the same thing for them. They probably have They probably have like a white language, so to speak, where, you know, if someone from, I don't know, French Polynesia was to talk to someone from Paris, you know, there'd probably be some kind of bridging there that would happen. And it's almost an organic thing, you know, you just do it. If this woman here was to speak Algerian with him, he would have absolutely no idea what she's talking about. You know, it's so different. And I just like, you know, even just listening to him before, like one of the things I say often on my blog, and I have become quite known for, is I always say, don't learn modern standard Arabic. No one speaks it naturally. It's not a native language. It's not spoken natively anywhere. If you listen to, as impressive as his standard Arabic is,
ممكن أن يتكلمون اللغة الفصحى في حياة كل يوم والناس لا يفهمون.
like it's very textbook. It's extremely textbook language. And if he went to like, if he went to a rural area in Egypt and spoke to some of the uneducated people there, like these two women are obviously educated teachers, right? They work in the faculty there. They're obviously very educated. If he went to some of the places in North Africa where they don't really have great education, they would probably still understand him just fine, but they're not going to respond back to him using that. Like they're going to speak back to him in a very, very localized dialect, and it's not going to be understood. It's going to be, he'd have trouble. So I found this video really interesting. I like watching stuff like this because you can really see the dynamic between the different people from different places, different dialects. But yeah, the white language is just, it's a totally natural, understandable phenomenon. We do it in English. We probably do it in many other languages. You know, it's really just code switching. Yeah, so interesting video. Check it out on his channel if you wanna listen. Thanks, guys.